Hey there, Libra Sun, Libra Moon, Libra Rising. Welcome to your new moon reading for the new moon in Leo. That energy is very supportive for you. It is giving you the chance to choose what you want because Venus, your ruling planet, is conjunct this energy, and she clears out of her shadow. She's in retrograde right now in Leo. She clears out of her shadow right in time for that new moon that is happening, that is an eclipse that is happening in your sign in just a couple months. And so she's really into this program for you. So you have, of course, the card of patience that came up. We do have everything is slowing down. A lot of planets are stationing retrograde. And so I really spent a lot of time on the energy, the astrology, the energy of pulled cards, and really got into what is going on because this is such an important new moon that is happening. I posted the link for that over in my Facebook group. So go on over and check that out when you're done with this video, because that link is in the description box below, along with the link that gets you to my email, which is how you can schedule a reading with me if that is something that you would like to do. So we have here the key to the situation is this new moon, and it's the owls and it's the wisdom, right, that's going on. And if you really look at that new moon, it looks at like one of two things. It either looks like an eclipse, right, or it looks like just as the moon is clearing and we have the birth of Venus as the morning star on Sunday coming up. So however you want to look at that, that is pretty impressive. So your knowledge and your wisdom is really important at this time. Did I pull an overall? We have the action. So we have okay, so there's two masculine and two feminine in here, but this is the match set, right? This is the match pair. Overall energy is the action to take, and how do you get the information on how and what steps to take in order to increase and bring abundance into your life? It is through using your intuition. It is by really getting into your heart space. I know that because up here in the area of resources and how to bring it in, we have the key. And the key to this situation is the knowledge and the wisdom that comes through from using your intuition. So knowing the obstacle is what action to take, right? And there's two riders in here. One of them is very fast, and that's the fast rider. And so it feels like you want to move things quickly, or things have been moving too quickly. But with all the planets in retrograde, you're being asked to slow down, have some patience, really trust your intuition that is coming through. Wow, you have so much here, like so much. Okay. We're going to get into this right now, and then we'll come back to this because there's so much here. So the secret to getting rich is knowing that you already are and then acting like it. So the key is tapping into using your heart space to visualize, right? The owls can see into the dark. They have very clear vision. So in what seems like darkness, they have very clear insight of where the abundance is, where are the mice, or where are the whatever's rolling around that's dinner, right? We have here just knowing that behind the curtain of time and space, good things are happening. And they will happen for you soon and spill into your life. It is enough to make, oh, come on, make good times start happening for you now. Okay? So, again, it's seeing into the dark. It's seeing into what feels like darkness around you. So you have the South Node in your sign. This is important, right? There's a lot of releasing and letting go that's happening, and it can make everything feel difficult and denser and heavier. And yet, if you will trust that everything is happening for you and not to you, it definitely helps to make things work for you. And it says, oh my God, you got the card of patience, right? It says, so what if it takes a long time? So what if it's already taken longer than you thought? So what if it will still take longer? The days will nevertheless arrive, as it always does. Oh, I'm sorry, the day, right? This is in the dark, right? The day will nevertheless arrive, as it always does, when all of your prior efforts, determination, and persistence will seem as a paltry price indeed, as you are lifted irrecoverably higher, as if by chariots of fire into the realms of previously unimagined, and then you think to yourself, wow, that was fast. And so while the speed is really the very slow pace of things is really a struggle for you, they're saying keep at it. Keep working. Get into the trenches of whatever your dream or your goals are and lay the foundation, dig the foundation, lay the bricks. Pick building materials, whether this is for a relationship or a project you're working on or a career. What is the best and the highest quality that you can use for your raw materials, and what is the quality of the craftsmanship? So if you're looking at a relationship and you want a high quality relationship, you are the raw material that needs to be at its best. And so it is the process of removing the old energies and letting them go, the self-doubts, and pouring in the love on yourself and strengthening your sense of self-worthiness and self-love and self-empowerment that is laying the solid foundation. If you are looking for a particular career advancement, what do you need to know? Where do you need to take an online seminar maybe, or that one little course, night course or whatever, something that gets you a certification that creates a more stable structure from which you can build and go higher and higher. And so whatever it is that you're looking to do here, the quality and the time and the effort you put in is what's going to matter in the long run. You're going to create a solid foundation that allows you to build into the infinite possibilities that come next. So that's really beautiful. What do you want to know? Because, one more time. You want to know, you want what you want. Thank you. Because you know it's possible. And if it wasn't possible, you wouldn't want it. Because it's infinite possibilities anyways. So this is powerful. Embrace it. Whatever else you believe or don't believe, this belief alone can take you the distance. Whether you think you can or you can't, you're going to be right. So why not think you can? And build that strong, solid foundation and do the work and show up for yourself. In the area of action to take, we have the bear. The bear is, it's like, and when the salmon are running, he knows he needs to eat a lot to be able to make it through the lean times, right? He puts in the work. He goes in. For him, I don't know how much work is it to eat that much, but anyways. But he's showing up at the river every day. He's doing the fishing. He is doing what he can to build a solid foundation, right? The more fat he can pile on, the more likely he's going to make it through the winter. So then you have here, if more people knew how admired they are, and they'd be even more admirable. Same for knowledge, how cool, fun, healthy, wise you already are. So whatever it is that you think you lack, believe that you already have it, and then strengthen it by practicing, by doing the work. All right, so in the area of anxiety, we have the moon, which means that you really can't see everything, right? Except that you can with your heart space. You can see into the dark. And so it's about holding the vision of the goal that you're working on. And even though you're not sure how it's going to all fall into place, there are things you know you can do right now. What works and what doesn't work, keep doing the things that do work and believe in yourself. We have more birds here. So this deck actually has 3 birds and you have 2 of them. This one, how do you transform the situation? By singing your song out into the world. So we have the chickadee. Chickadee represents balance, truth, and honesty. We have the bluebird of happiness, which has this creative underbelly. So it's very creative. It creates its own joy based on the blue, its own authenticity. So again, there's a lot of authenticity coming through. And then we have the meadowlark. And the meadowlark, it's brown, right? But its underside is yellow. It knows it's not as plain brown as its wrapper might say. Inside, it shines out as the most beautiful song. And so it's singing its joy. And so by being who you authentically are and putting that energy out into the world, you're going to draw and attract to you what it is that you want. I mean, literally, the bear is authentically who it is. I'm going to eat you, but the fish still seem to jump up into his mouth when the salmon are running north, right? And so in the heart space, we have this lion energy. It's a new moon in Leo, and we have this very fat, happy, very comfortable, self-satisfied, independent energy, basking in the light, knowing that whatever it needs is going to come to it, and having the patience. He's not hunting. He's waiting for the opportunity, but he's alert. And so keep doing what you're doing. This letter, the energy to anchor into, we have the letter, but this one is actually like someone's doing accounting, right? It's like you're counting down the days. I don't know if you can see the little hash marks, right? Or you're keeping track of the skills, or you're managing your resources, your financial resources, your energy in some way or the other. So you have this opportunity here. It feels like managing resources, because we've got this bear. He's managing the resources. Salmon are running now. I'll be down the river to get them, right? It's paying attention to the opportunities. It's also about having the patience that what you want is going to come to you. And actually, it looks like it's almost done on there, but I think because this new moon becomes a full moon, as the South Node moves out of your sign into Virgo, I think that you need to understand that there's a 1.5-year cycle that we are on that is really important. You have here the aspen spirit of courage. Okay, so aspen are interesting. Their roots are all connected in a stand, in a grove. They are connected and they communicate with one another. And so there's stuff that happens underneath. The communication is in the dark. It's in the inside. It's in the connection to spirit that is happening. And we have the reflecting pool, the stillness. And so there is a lot happening. And those, that aspen there, that's the fall. So have courage as things seem to be really quiet and still, and it feels like the falling away, right? The letting go of things. Have courage, have patience, because on the other side, the self-reflecting time, what you put out into the world is going to come back to you. So if you're putting out into the world optimism, if you're putting out into the world hard work, if you're putting out into the world a consistency of a message that you are selling to yourself, that you know that what you want is going to manifest, it's going to show up, it's going to come in, then that will be reflected back to you in due time. Those leaves are falling, but there are 3 blue butterflies on that. Around that castle of dreams that's going on here, right? We got this castle of dreams with these 3, 4. I'm seeing 4, so that's stability. So there's a lot of transformation, but it's authentic and it's truthful transformation that is happening that is going to get you to where you want to go. And I really think it's important that you remember, so what if it seems like it's taken a long time? When it comes in, it's going to feel like no time at all. Oh my God, this card has shown up. I shuffle between, and then I shuffle when you guys are here. So there's like multiple shuffling that goes on. And 3 out of the 5 signs I've done so far as the sacred mirror, which is a reminder of what I just said. What you put out into the world will be reflected back to you. This card has shown up. This card has shown up. There seems to be some very consistent themes here. Okay. So what you put out into the world is going to be reflected back to you. So you have the magic mirror or the sacred mirror. You have cut the cords of doubt. Believe in your dream. Hold the vision. Hold it very tightly, because it says shift the way to the new potential. So as you release and let go of the things that do not work for you, and you put out into the world your vision and you work toward it and you hold that vision, and when the South Node is in your sign, it's a lot of work. Not going to lie. You're going to feel like you're in the trenches and you're digging up old karmic debris. But when you dig it up, you're going to release it and let it go. Don't put it back in to the garden. Throw it over your shoulder and let spirit take it away in the cart. You have stopped, drop, and ground. That's doing the work. Stop, drop, and ground. That's the work of trust. Like literally sitting down or going for a walk in the woods. This is reconnecting with the physical body. And so if you've been up in your head, Libra, you can totally get there, right? If you've been up in your head right now, the head noise is very staticky. Mercury which rules all the thoughts, right? In Gemini, it's got that that social, chatty, curious energy. In Virgo, that it also rules. It's about strategy and organization. While it is retrograding, it's coming, it's slowing down, it's in its storm now, and it's going to station retrograde on the 23rd. It does not clear its shadow. It doesn't clear its shadow until right around, just like Venus. Those two clear their shadows. Venus, your ruling planet's in retrograde, and Mercury about thoughts, and they both clear their shadow in time for your new moon eclipse. And so I really encourage you to accept the slower pace that is happening right now, and do the work. Manifesting, grounding. That's when the lightning bolt comes through and it grounds, right? And in Uranus, the lightning bolt energy is totally involved with this new moon. I can't encourage you enough to go over to Facebook and follow the link through to the video. There was so much that came through. It's pretty amazing opportunity that's happening right now. So also I do personal readings if that's something you want, that information. You just have to email me to get that information. That email address is also in the description box. You guys take really good care of yourselves. It's going to take time and it's going to take work. And if you will stay focused on your dreams and your goals and have patience for the process, the rewards look amazing. All right, you guys take care. I'll talk to you soon.